Hello everyone and welcome to Blue Spoon Veggie and day 7 of my 12 days of Christmas. A little while ago I was freezing some potatoes, carrots, parsnips and other veggies for the freezer, and this time I'll be squirreling away some prepared side dishes in the freezer too. I'll also be making some little pepper and blue cheese tarts to serve as a starter and popping them in the freezer too to complete my Christmas freezer prep. You may have seen my parsnip and rosemary bake video, I'll link that below. You can add that to your freezer stash unbaked and then finish cooking it later. After you've made up the bake, simply allow it to cool completely, then wrap up well in tin foil. Then pop it in a bag and freeze. I usually bake this straight from frozen, doubling the original cooking time. Check it's thoroughly warmed through before serving though. Baked red cabbage also freezes well. I'll link my recipe for this lovely spiced side dish below. I like to freeze this in 2 bags because the recipe makes a lot of cabbage and I'll often serve it with more than one meal. Press the air out of the bags, then freeze flat for easier storage. Take a bag of the cabbage out of the freezer the day before you plan to enjoy it and leave it in the fridge overnight to defrost. Then you can transfer it into an oven dish, cover that with foil and heat at 180 degrees C for 30 minutes. There, good as new. Whenever I make a batch of gravy, I freeze most of it in portions. At Christmas, I like to add a few special ingredients to make my festive gravy. I'll link that below too. Then I transfer the whole batch to a freezer bag and seal it nice and tight. Freeze the bag flat so you can file it away in the freezer. I find this is the most efficient way to store liquidy foods like soups. Many Christmas tables in the UK will have Yorkshire puddings on them. A light, crisp, savoury accompaniment, easy to make and economical, so it's easy to see why these are extremely popular. To make life easier and save time later, you can bake up these in advance, allow to cool completely, then store them in bags in the freezer. Just reheat for a few minutes straight from frozen. Do you have cauliflower cheese at Christmas? If you plan to freeze cauliflower cheese when you make it, then you can reduce the amount of time you boil the florets for to just 2 minutes to make sure it doesn't go soggy. Then follow the rest of the recipe, many are available, using a good strongly flavoured cheese. I used Red Leicester. Dish up the cauliflower cheese into the bowl you plan to serve it in, then allow to cool completely, cover with foil and pop in a bag and freeze. To reheat, cook straight from frozen, adding 15 to 20 minutes to the original cooking time. Delicious and really the main way I personally enjoy cauliflower, having never enjoyed the trend for cauliflower steaks. Next, I'm going to prepare some little tarts for the freezer. These make a lovely starter, or you could serve them as part of the main course. These are based on my courgette and blue cheese tart recipe, which I'll link below. This time I'm swapping the courgettes for Christmas-themed peppers. Feel free to vary the colours you use though. I've roasted the peppers for an hour at 180 degrees C. To encourage the steam to loosen up the skins, I'm covering them with cling film and will let the peppers cool off completely. Once the peppers are handleable, peel off the skins. Then remove any seeds and dice the flesh of both peppers. Now that slightly messy job is done, I'm going to make the yeasted pastry. For a festive change, I'm adding 50 grams of finely chopped walnuts to the dough. Other than that, I'm following the original recipe. For the filling, I'm still using Stilton, but I've replaced the dried mixed herbs with fresh thyme. The rest of the filling ingredients, the cream and creme fraiche, etc., are the same as in the courgette tart. Finally, stir in the Christmassy peppers. You can bake this in a large loose-based tart tin as before, but I'm opting for individual tins. Using these little ones, I managed to make 6 tarts. The lovely thing about this yeasted dough is that it's very easy to line the tins in a no stress, can't fail kind of way. Very welcome at a busy time of year. Simply push the dough out to the edges of the tin, pressing it down and making repairs as you go. No blind baking is necessary, just fill the tins up and bake. I baked these for 25 minutes at 180 degrees C. To keep things simple, you can serve them on a dressed salad. To freeze them, let them cool completely and pop into bags. Then let them defrost overnight in the fridge before reheating for 10 to 15 minutes. I hope you found this useful to help you get ahead for Christmas. See you again soon for day 8 of my 12 days of Christmas. Bye for now.